You know, it's funny. One of the most asked questions that I get asked by people is, hey FaZe, if you lost everything today and you had to get back to where you are now, starting from scratch, how would you do it? And the reason it's funny is because I actually ask myself the same exact questions so often. I talk about this on my Twitter all the time. I've written multiple threads about it. So I thought, why not just make a whole in-depth video about it on YouTube? So here we are, guys. If I had to start from scratch, here's exactly what I would do step by step to get back to making $20,000 a month in the next 60 days. But first, here's a little bit of my story. I started experimenting with online business in like 2018 when I just graduated high school, and for the first 4 years of it, I failed miserably. Dropshipping was too competitive and the market was oversaturated. Facebook ads agency was straight up way too complicated for a newbie like me. I even tried to get into appointment setting, but there was no money in it because the way that the model works, you really don't have any control over whether or not you're making money or not. I kept focusing on these business models because I saw all of these other YouTubers and Instagram gurus making so much money from them. I wanted to make money like that too, and I thought to myself, if they can do it, then so can I. The problem was I kept focusing on them instead of focusing on me and what I was good at. What I failed to realize back then is this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about building a solid foundation brick by brick and creating a sustainable business that can stand the test of time. After trying and failing over and over, I decided to give it a break. So I took a role as a remote lead generator for a software company, and my job was to simply do that. It was to generate new leads for the sales team at this tech company. The way that I generated leads was via email, cold calling, and LinkedIn messages. And the best part about this job was that I did it all from home, so it was remote, and it only took me a few hours of my day. And then a light bulb went off. I realized how simple it was to get results and to generate leads, so I thought, if I can do this for one company, why can't I just do it for multiple companies at the same time? Instead of taking a job and being a remote lead generator for one company, why don't I create my own agency and take on multiple companies as my clients? Because every single business needs leads. Essentially, you're delivering them the same exact service that you're doing to get that client. Sounds simple enough, right? So I started sending emails to other businesses just to see if there was even a demand for it. 12 days. That's how long it took me to sign my first client for $3,500 a month. I realized I could make money just by sending emails. My mission became very clear after that point. I immediately quit my job and I made a commitment to myself that I was not going to jump from business model to business model like I had done in the past. I was going to lock in on this for at least 1 year and see where it took me. It was time for me to go all in on this. Fast forward 12 months down the line and I was making $20,000 a month. I was able to scale from over 3 to 20K a month just by sending emails. So if I had to give advice back to my old self who was struggling to make money online, this is exactly what I would say to him. If you want to make money online, the best way is you have to get good at one high value skill. Find that one skill and make it your entire life, your entire personality. Because once you get that one skill down, you will never worry about money again, a recession again, or anything involving finances. And if everything goes bad with the business and it fails, you can land high-paying jobs because you have those high-value skills. And lead generation has been proven to be one of the fastest and easiest skills to learn. Let me tell you why. As a lead generator, you're essentially doing the same exact tasks every single day. You're spending 2 to 3 hours a day sending emails to potential leads for businesses, generating 10 to 12 leads per month for each business, charging $350 for each lead that you get for the business. Do this and you'll easily be making 3 to 5K a month just from lead generation. The best part about this whole business is that businesses will always need more clients and customers. So no matter what's going on in the world, they're always going to need leads. They're always going to need people to generate leads for them. That's why I believe that lead generation is the best way to go for beginners and to put yourself on that road to making $10,000 a month. It's easy to learn, only takes a few hours, and it has super high profit margins. I've said this in my other videos on how I scaled my lead generation agency, and I'll say it again. You can be the best at anything in the world, but if you can't generate interest from the people that you want to sell to, you will never make any money. Now, one of the biggest mistakes I see from people is people quitting their jobs way too soon. As soon as they see their first paycheck coming in from a client, they're like, oh, I'm done, I'm burning the boats, I'm going all in. And while I love the enthusiasm and I actually did the same thing, It's not the best way to do it because you need to have some stable income coming in every single month because the business is going to be super up and down, especially in the first couple of months. And that's what these business gurus are going to fail to tell you. There's three main reasons for this. Number one is you need to be able to invest money back into the business. And if you don't have any money coming in, how are you going to do that? Number two, you need to be able to invest in yourself and in your own development. And you need money coming in every month to do that again. And third, you gotta be able to pay your bills, man. So make sure that you're stable and you have income coming in so that you can do these things. When I first started making money online, I kept my job until I was making the same amount of money from my job that I was making with the business. And that was around $4,000 a month. I didn't quit my job until I hit that specific milestone. But as soon as I hit that milestone and I knew that I was ready to go all in, I did. I quit the job and I burned the boats and I went all in on my business. And honestly, it was the best feeling of all time. You can literally build your dream life and your dream business while you're working a 9-to-5 if you choose the right business model and skill set. What people fail to understand is you don't have to go all in on your dreams, burn all the boats without having a backup plan. Okay, so the biggest piece of advice that I would give to my younger self who is struggling in business is basically to stop jumping from one thing to another, this business model to the next business model. One day you're a dropshipper and then you own an SMA and then you want to do Amazon FBA. It doesn't work like that. You need to pick one thing that you want to get really good at, and then scale it. For me, it was lead generation. I think that's the best model to use for beginners. So jump into lead generation, learn it, get good at it, get a couple clients, and scale that to 20K a month. Trust me, I've been exactly where you are right now. I tried so many different business models for years, dropshipping, SMMA, appointment setting. I tried so many things, but I never found any success until I started doing what I'm doing now. I had to learn the hard way. But that doesn't mean that you have to too. At the end of the day, the best advice that I can give to you is just start doing something. Stop procrastinating, stop dreaming, stop wishing that something would go different, and just start doing it. Don't get stuck in this so-called analysis paralysis where you just go and watch all these different YouTube videos, but you never take action on what you want to do to build your life. The true secret sauce lies in taking action. Start small, launch a campaign, and gather the feedback. Then you iterate, you improve, and you keep hustling forward. That's the whole algorithm of success. That's the formula of making money online. Because the journey sucks in the moment, but once you accomplish something, it feels so good and it's so worth it. And I'm telling you, after you succeed, the journey starts to become so much more fulfilling because you know that if you show up consistently, it's inevitable that you're going to win. That's all for this video. Good luck, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.